Hey Majo, welcome. You're the first one here, it looks like. I'm just going live after my lunch break. Have some more editing to do later today, but I really enjoyed going live yesterday and kind of just enjoying my walk around the city. So I think I'll do the same again today. Maj says, hey, how's it going? Good, man. Hope you're doing well as well. I had a late night of work last night. It's nothing that abnormal, but I think my job ended around 4:30, and I walked home, probably passed out around 5:30, and woke up maybe at 11, got some editing done, finished my work. Hey, oh my gosh, Andrew, thanks for the ramen, mad love. Would you look at that? I actually had ramen yesterday for lunch, so we're on the same page. Maj, thanks for the roses. I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong too. It's also hard to read the names also. SV first Saja says, it's night where I am. Well, good evening then. I hope it's a restful night. I'm switched times with almost everyone here. I'm posting usually around 2 p.m. my time here and going live. Hey, Majd probably. Nah, you're saying it perfect. I'm so sorry, man. Appreciate you. Nicole says, how was the transition to moving in Japan? Sorry, Nico here. Nico Hernandez. Honestly, it was pretty easy. I've done that maybe 3 or 4 times already. The time change is much more simple coming this way. I just wake up very early, and then if I push myself to stay up a bit later, then I can easily get on the time change. And you know, I already have my circle of friends here and my network of work connection, so it worked out okay. I'm gonna try to find a side street where it's not as loud. Can you guys hear me okay? Parasite says hello with a peace sign. Hello back to you too. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm just here in Shinsaibashi walking, taking a walk after my job is done. The boy Eric says yes, I'm glad, thanks for looking out. And Eric says, what up Wes, how's your day? Hey, Fat Boy Eats, thanks for the roses. Mad love, mad appreciation. Oh my goodness, you were always generous as can be, and that is helping me travel, so mad love. My day was good. It was so far mainly sleeping and editing. I had some nice takoyaki for lunch, which was nice, and now I'm gonna go on a walk with you guys to show you parts of the neighborhood that I really enjoy. So oh my gosh, Feppo Eats, the roses are still coming. You guys are legends. Let's see. Feppo Eats says, hey Wes, so pretty. I know, it's a beautiful day, beautiful winter day here in Numba Osaka. I love this cafe here by the riverside. I'm not gonna go in, but I'm gonna show you guys like the little area they have in the end here. Right by the river, you can have a nice like Sunday or cafe latte there and overlook the water. There are like a lot of boats and stuff that go by too. And if you really want to impress a date, you can order this, which actually isn't all that expensive, it looks like. But yeah, that's a wonderful place. I actually haven't been this way much before too. It's pretty industrial. Oh my gosh, thanks so much for the roses. Mad love. Hold on, let's see. As far as I don't know. I don't know if I can say that name that right, but saying thanks for the gifts. First gifts, 29 roses, 30 roses. You're a legend. Appreciate you. Anyway, this is still Numba Osaka. This is more of the business area of it, where the rest of it is more kind of like consumer oriented with more nightlife, restaurants, small stand options. But this area is really nice too. And in a bit, we're gonna turn onto a really beautiful bridge that crosses the river that I really love. Hello, hey Cross, you're back. Hello. Thank you so much for the gifts yesterday. I appreciate it. And saying, oh my goodness, 84 roses. You're a legend and a half. Mad love, mad respect. This is where I'm looking to go too. Oh, we can catch the boat. Let's see. Yeah, you can take these cruises down the river here in Osaka. It's really nice. I haven't done it in a long time too, but it's pretty amazing. And here is a bridge with some phenomenal decoration. Let's go cross that right now. There's that cafe up there that overlooks the riverside. Forgot the name, but I'm a fan and a half. Nico says, have zero clue how to start. Okay, could you do a video on what you should do to make a move in Japan permanent? I live in Canada and have zero clue how to start. You got it, absolutely. So permanent moves, definitely you would need a work visa. I mean, student visa too is semi-permanent. You can be here for 4+ years. But a work visa would be the way to go. So depending on your given industry, you would just have to search out an employer here that you're qualified for, and they would sponsor a visa for you. I will make some videos on that though, because I think that's really a really exciting thing to do. And here we are on the crossway over Shinsaibashi. refreshing the comments now. Mark says, are Japanese bikes similar to Dutch bikes? You know, I'm sorry, I have no idea what a Dutch bike is like, so I can't answer that. I know they're very different from most bikes in America. I'm sure we're gonna stumble across one at some point, so I'll show you guys. For here, I'm just gonna take a break, look at the view, and read some comments. Sony says, love Canada, hey! Mad love from America to Canada as well. Sorry, from Osaka to Canada as well. Ramon says, what time is it? Right here, it is 2:12. And I'm just enjoying a post-lunch walk. Mark says, are you trying to get home so you can watch NGPW? I actually just left home. I'm gonna go visit a friend soon. That's such a fun tour down there. Hey! I think they're very friendly, very friendly. What is NJPW actually? I'm not sure. So the answer would be no, but I'd love to learn. And let's see, what do you do for work in Japan for visa? Says James. I do video work here. I do event videos. My sponsor for a visa is an organization that runs nightclubs in Osaka, Japan. So I do videos for them. However, the visa also allows me to do freelance video work for other organizations and events, which is nice. Zombleek says, what anime are you currently watching? Honestly, at the moment, I'm still finishing up the anime from the fall season last quarter. I'm watching one called The Eminence in the Shadows, which is like really over the top, kind of like isekai kind of thing, but I like it a lot. It's kind of funny. And then I still haven't finished the Chainsaw Man anime, but I read all the manga, so I know what's gonna happen, but the animation blows me away too. NJPW equals New Japan Pro Wrestling. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot that. I have some friends that are extremely into pro wrestling. I myself have not watched much of it too, though. Unfortunately, I don't have that much time for like television or catching up on shows recently, unfortunately. But I watched like 50% of the anime in the fall 2022 season because I had a lot more free time. But I haven't watched any actually from this current season. Do you guys have any recommendations? Hi from Midnight in Philly, what's up? Says, hold on, let's see. Milk Tank, hello. Hello from Osaka to Philly, that's fantastic. Cheers, it's lovely, sunny, but cold. Okay, yeah, I mean, here it's pretty sunny. It's cold, but not that cold. I'm gonna switch it here too so you guys can see me. I have like, I don't know, upwards of like 5 layers on. I am from Southern California and I'm not built for the cold at all. But I guess compared to most places in the world, it's really not that cold at all here at the moment. I don't know what temperature it is at the moment, but you know, I can do just fine. James says, what do you do for work in Japan? All right, I got that. Refreshing the comments. Zombleek says, I just started Bleach Blood War. I heard Bleach was amazing, the new one. So I watched the first Bleach for quite a bit, I think. Probably like 100 episodes in. But that was already like 3 years ago. And I just didn't have time after that to finish more of it. So I definitely have to catch up. I'd love to, though. Is it the kind of thing where you need to know the old Bleach to check out the new one? Narciso537 says, yo, Wes, what's up, Narciso? Welcome back, hope you're doing well. Anyway, this happened a second ago, but these are the Japanese bikes right here. They're different from American bikes. They're all very similar, if you guys can tell. But yeah, and let's see, how well can you speak Japanese, says Xerxes. I can speak well enough to work here and conversate. I can speak conversationally fluently. However, if I have to go to a doctor, if I have to deal with any legal business, I do try to make sure there's either an interpreter present or it's a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant that can speak English as well, because I would not want to have like one simple Japanese mistake lead to some medical issue or me having a legal issue or any monetary issue. But yeah, it's enough. Did you go out for New Year's Eve, says Milk Tank. I did, yeah. So New Year's Eve, I actually had work at a club as well too. It was a lot of fun. We had the countdown. There was like a big blast off too. And then we went outside to the town center and had a big post countdown celebration there. However, it was work, so even though I enjoyed myself, I was taking video the whole time and making sure not to miss a moment of it. In a way, I kind of enjoy it more that way because I'm really in the moment. I'm really having to pay attention to almost everything that happens. And it's very much caught in my memory that way. But at the same time, I wasn't exactly like relaxing or letting loose. Ooh, I want to start reading the manga for Chainsaw Man, says Zombleek. It was really good. I liked it a lot. It blew me away. I read like up until the final chapter, but that was a month ago, so I think maybe new ones are already coming out. I'm not sure. I will say though that Chainsaw Man was animated to the nines, and I do kind of wish that I waited until this season of Chainsaw Man ended before I read the manga, because the way that it's presented, the voice acting, the sound design, it is all top notch. Invite to, nope, no thing there. But yeah, it was fantastic. Pushing the comments now. Octavis Rex, what did you need to enter Japan? As in app for COVID results or paperwork? That's a good question. So to enter Japan, you need either two things. You need a record of either, sorry it's so loud. You need a record of 3 vaccines or 4 vaccines depending on how many doses the first vaccine takes. Or you need a PCR test. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's the kind of test within 72 hours of your departure, you need a negative COVID test, which is actually, it was pretty simple. And then, you know, they take your temperature before you get on the plane to make sure you don't have a fever. And then you're good to go. There was actually somebody riding next to me that they took their temperature and it was a bit too high, so legally they could not allow them on the plane. But the guy said he was just like running and sweating, so he sat down for a bit, he cooled off, and then they took his temperature again and it was fine. But yeah, that's all it took. Octavius Rex says, what did you, okay, I got that one. Zombie says, I agree, the soundtrack is amazing. Yes, exactly. No, the manga for Chainsaw Man was unreal, but the anime hits in a whole different space. The boy X says, do watches in Japan have the weekday name in English or Japanese? That's a good question. The only watches I've seen here in Japan have, oh, they have them in English. As far as I've seen, most watches here have the weekdays in English. English is pretty universal, and I think like watch resale value and everything would not be at its peak if it was specific to Japanese. I think the biggest watch company here would be Seiko. And the watch I owned from them, they had the numbers in, sorry, they had the days of the week written in English, even though it is a Japanese brand. This kind of kaiseki sushi is amazing, by the way. I wonder how much it costs. So here, even the prices are written in Japanese. It's a very like traditional place. But yeah, each one of these sushi sets would be about like $8 to $12, so that's not that bad. And that looks amazing. It's like sushi, sashimi, yakitori. All right, I'm gonna have to remember that place. That looks stunning. Max says, "Ayo, what's up? What nightclub did you go to?" Last night I went to Giraffe. Oh, here's another one of those beer vending machines, by the way. So this would be like a small bar, it looks like. Yeah, small izakaya. And then here for like $1.60 you can get a highball or like a cocktail. And then for like $2 they have these cans of beer, and then you just put in the money there and then you press it and then you get it. Some of them have ID, like machines to check an ID, but not all of them actually, which is interesting. Hey, Satan, thanks for the gifts. Mad respect, mad appreciation. That is very much helping me travel. I honestly love the industrial nature of a lot of these buildings too. But I promise soon enough we're gonna get into a more interesting part of the city that's a bit more like traditional looking. Satan says, I watched your video on how to study abroad in Japan and it helped me a lot. What? I'm so happy. I'm glad. That was like a life-changing experience for me. I really enjoyed it. I didn't have the intention of like spending, oh wow, that looks kind of cool. Let's go down here. I didn't really have the intention of spending an extended period of time in Japan before I studied abroad. But when I came here, I met like so many welcoming people, so many amazing, and had so many amazing experiences. I decided that I really wanted to push and do all I can to learn the language and study abroad more, which I inevitably did, and here I am. Oh wow, this is so lovely. This is a dead end. Oh, okay, some cats. Anyway, I'm glad, thank you. I hope you get a chance to study abroad too. Liam says, when are you free for a drink? That is a good question. Yeah, it's shot you a message. I'm not sure yet. I have to get my work schedule today, but I'm here for the full month. I'll hit you up. That'd be a lot of fun. I'd love that. Narciso says, that building looks very cool. I agree. I love like the traditional buildings right across from like the old style architecture here. It's really fun. We're gonna make a left here and get a little bit out of the more industrial metropolis and into the heart of the city. These buildings do look very cool though. I like them. Show again, please. Mark, I might have missed it. I'm sorry. Not necessarily a lot of friends went in without watching the first Bleach and loved it. Okay, cool. Then I could maybe figure it out. I did watch a lot of the first Bleach. I just lost lost track of where I was, and if I loved the first part of it so much that I could even watch it again from the beginning, but I just don't have time so much at the moment. All right, refreshing the comments. If I missed your comment or question, I apologize. Don't hesitate to comment or ask again. I'm multitasking, trying to watch where I walk as well as read. Your grandma's boyfriend, what's up? Welcome back. You say, are you in Osaka? I am correct. I'm in Numba Osaka, the downtown area, which is where I live currently, and I love it. Linus says, it's so clean. Yeah, no, I agree. In the video I just posted, I kind of showed too how, can I catch the screen light? Yes, I can. Good to go. This is where I wanted to be. So most store owners, and as you can see, like almost every building at the base, there's some sort of establishment. At the end of every day, they're gonna clean the sidewalk on the front of their building. And they have some services that do this as well and clean the streets. That coupled with the fact that even like in the party center of the city, a lot of people don't really litter, which is phenomenal. And it's also daunting because there aren't really many public trash cans. So it's wild, but it's something I love about the city also. Aniko says, what are the rental prices and monthly expenses look like, give or take? So around this area, they have apartments. This is like right in the downtown center too. They have prices everywhere from $600 a month for a smaller, older place up to 1.3K. I mean, that's for like, average income rentals. Obviously you can buy an amazing place too with more money than that, but for the average person, that's what rent's gonna look like. And then on top of that, the average person too probably wouldn't spend all that much more than 2 to 3K a month. Even less than that, honestly, if you want to be on a budget. So that's about the estimate of what I've gathered. Alden says, I love your content. Thank you. What? That's so glad. That makes me so happy to hear. Thanks. I appreciate that. Here's another one of those love hotels, and they all have like really intricate themes. This one looks like it's Bali themed, I guess. I'm not sure, but that's interesting. Dova, thank you so much for the gifts. Mad appreciation. True VIP Gamer, you're back. You say, hi, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Can you drink in public? Says Don Bleak. Yeah, there's no law against that at all. There's some social stigmas about drinking on the train or like while you walk down the street or something, but yeah, there's no law against that at all. And especially when it's nighttime, that happens quite frequently, especially like in parks and stuff like that. And when it's cherry blossom season, then that's actually kind of expected. People go and sit under the cherry blossoms with friends or a loved one or family and have a drink with people, which is kind of cool. And then Dova says, no way, I was at Giraffe. What? No way. Dang, okay. Dova, so I get, is Giraffe a new meta? Small world. I love it. I hope you had fun. It's a good time. The boy X says, I think they look better in Japanese. I only seen pics of them though. I might have missed what we're talking about. What do you do for work? Says Jimmy. I do a video operation. I'm a camera operator for events. The sponsor for my visa does nightclub videos or runs nightclub management in Osaka. So I do videos for them, but it also allows me to do freelance work, which is cool too. Here is another love hotel. They're all very like exciting looking, honestly. Like look how that looks like it's from Morio, but I'm gonna walk the other way because I think things get more industrial from there. Let's see, user 342 says, weird seeing that it's daytime. Yeah, I know how it feels. It was strange always being back in California and then calling my friends here right before I was about to go to bed and everyone's having lunch. But yeah, I guess that's something you get used to, huh? Max says, all right, got that. I'm gonna refresh the comments now. Thank you for your patience. Dova says, Giraffe and Pure are my go-tos in Osaka. Always have a good time. Yes, Pure is amazing. I met the owner. I did some videos there too, by the way. Dang, that's awesome. Maybe we'll cross paths sometime. Who knows? This is getting more towards the part of Osaka that I think I really like. I actually am a bit lost, but that truck looks really amazing. So let's walk through that. Looks like they have an udon place here. So a lot of the times they're gonna have like a truck that has advertisements on it. I really have no idea at all what this one is advertising. It looks Cocoa Presento. It looks like it's some kind of lottery. Oh no, okay, it's like a girls' bar. Never mind that. TikTok Wolf says, hello, I always enjoy when your lives come up on my For You page. Hey, thank you so much, TikTok Wolf. That means a ton to me. Bad love. John says, is week illegal in Japan? I think I know what you're asking. Yes, very illegal. Let's see. Zombleek says they do that in Mexico as well. Stores clean the sidewalk to make it more welcoming to the visitors. Yeah, I know, right? I love that. That's very much a cultural thing here too. I actually did see that too when I was in Mexico, remember. I don't know if that happens in America. I don't know if I've personally seen it, but I don't know. I'm sure, I don't see why it wouldn't happen. Let's see. Refreshing the comments. Thank you for your patience. And Nathan says, what was your first language? That would have been English. I was born and raised in Southern California. And yeah, English was the only language I spoke until I guess I started learning Japanese when I was 21. I took French classes and Spanish classes in high school. But to be honest, for whatever reason, it didn't really stick too much. Refreshing the comments. Boone says, abroad in Japan, have you heard? No, what happened? Is that abroad in Japan has that like, that very famous YouTube channel, huh? It's gonna get kind of noisy here, apologize. What happened with them? Vermian says, is living in Japan expensive? Compared to Los Angeles and honestly most anywhere in the States, especially a big city, no, it's so affordable. Meals are affordable here, rent is very affordable. You know, there are some things that are much more expensive, like owning a car here is extremely expensive. Even getting a driver's license costs upwards of $2,000 sometimes, and you have to go to like a sleepaway camp sometimes if you're younger. It's a mission. But aside from some things like driving, fruit, you know, Tokyo gets very expensive, but it's a very affordable place to live, which I like a lot, you know. Willington says, hello from Seattle. What's up? Hello from Osaka to Seattle. Hope all is well there. Boone says, do you know of Chris Abroad? Yeah, absolutely. I've seen that guy's YouTube time and time again, without a doubt. Oh, there's some kind of drama happening over there. I'm not gonna put my camera towards that out of respect. But yeah, I enjoy that guy's channel a lot. Rada Unknown says, you've been my go-to about learning how to live in Japan. Thank you for your content. What? That means so much to me. Thank you. That's motivation to the core. And I'm glad. I love making videos like this. I love sharing what I love doing. And it like exponentially makes doing what I love more fun. Lindsay says, just popping in here. Hey, what's up? Thanks for popping by. I appreciate you. James says, hey. Oh, I might have missed what you're talking about there. Ooh, I like stores like this. This looks like it's a small drugstore. Yeah, so that character there means kusuri. It means drug. And then, you know, they have a pill there just to make sure. I haven't seen one like this, though, too. It looks like it's on the corner of this old building with a small apartment on top or office. And then I guess they have snacks outside. And wow, a lot of these look like really tasty, actually. But I'll probably be back for some of these later. I will do some shopping later on in the video. And these, I love these also, honestly, too. It's like, I don't know how to, it's kind of like an electrolyte drink. But I find them to be much more tasty than any of the ones I've found in the States. So now we're going back down some more smaller alleyways. These are my favorite parts of the city, to be honest. I find like very charming establishments here, especially izakayas or like small cafes or bars. I like that a lot, especially like clothing stores. Hey Rada, thanks for the gift. Oh my gosh, the ramen, that sounds lovely. That actually might be what I want to get later on. That says yakiniku right there, so that's barbecue. And barbecue places like that, I swear, sometimes the best. I feel like I want to go out tonight to get some food. Anyway, I'm gonna refresh the comments. Again, don't hesitate to comment or question twice if I did miss what you said. And we are actually right under the freeway. That's what that is there. Some smaller, older apartments and vending machines, which is nice. Barbershop. They have the prices for cut, color, perm. Actually, I guess it says parm, but yeah. And I don't know what spa means, honestly, but I don't know. a lot of things I don't know day to day, but I just have to make do with that. Adam Danger says, hi again, what's up Adam, welcome back, hope you're doing well. Mark says, do they have bike only streets? You know, like by the river they have like bike paths and stuff like that, yeah. However, and they have bike paths on the sides of major streets, but I don't see that many. As you can see, like most of these streets here are fairly small. Although cars do come by here, most people in the city, actually this is just my image, I don't know, this is not a fact, but I would imagine most people that live in cities like these don't quite own a car, but can get almost anywhere they want via bicycle. That's what a lot of my friends, that's like the situation with a lot of my friends, unless, you know, they're a bit older and they have moved a little bit outside of the city. A lot of people don't really like living here in the downtown area for too long, just because it's a bit hectic. And, you know, once you kind of like get more money, once you maybe want to start a family, or basically just kind of like settle down a bit more, you move maybe 10-20 minutes out of the city. There are amazing like metropolis areas that are much more quiet and calm. Whereas here, as you can see, it's a little bit more, I don't know what the word is. It's a bit more wild sometimes. I love that without a doubt, but yeah, this kind of like went to a ramble from bike only streets. But around here, I don't think there are specifically bike only streets, but there are bike lanes almost everywhere too, and I think you'll see a lot of people biking around. I am very much lost, but I'm gonna keep walking anyway in hopes that I find my, okay, never mind, I know where I am. Look at that. That says, I love cabbage. Yaki, oh, so that means I love like fried cabbage. Very cool. There's a big handsome man up there. What a great day. Let's see, I'm gonna refresh the comments. The boy Eric says there's so many stores around. Yeah, I forgot the statistic, but Japan has like more stores per person than almost anywhere else in the world. And I did read a little bit about the history behind that. Just because so many apartments here are so small, they're not really suited to have house parties. The size of them aren't suited for house parties, as well as, you know, you don't want to bother your neighbors being loud with your friends until early in the morning. So because of that, there became this demand for a lot of like small stores that are affordable enough to go out with often with friends, and that can kind of feel like a local house party. So they're very like kind of intimate, very personal stores, and that's why we can see such an abundance of them. And they might even sound repetitive, like they might be like 3 yakitori izakayas. Oh, that's like a nice looking fruit stand. Anywhere, there might be like 3 yakitori izakayas like back to back. And you might be like, why would they make so many in the same place? But it's just kind of like a local thing. Like one of them might be a space where college kids go. One of them might be a space where like salarymen go. And it just becomes like a habitual thing that replaces more like house parties or dinner parties or home events and stuff like that. So that was a bit of a rant. But yeah, there are a ton of stores here, and that is maybe one of the reasons. Mark says, what cities are big on anime in Japan? So actually, that's kind of where we're going. It's usually districts within the city, and we're going to Denden Town, which I went yesterday, and it's like that is something suspicious up there. Anyway, yeah, so the main ones that I know of personally would be Denden Town in Osaka, where we're going right now, which I showed people on live yesterday, or Akihabara in Tokyo, which I think a lot of people know of, which is like the Japanese pop culture center of maybe the entire country. But Denden Town's up there too. There might be others, but that's all I know. Boone says, your channel rules. What? Boone, thank you. That means a ton to me. Mad respect, I appreciate you. Zombleek says, do you know of the island full of deer that wander openly? I don't know about an island, but actually right close by here is Nara, Japan, and that's a city, a prefecture that's very rural. That's hard for me to say. Very rural, and there are deer that roam openly there and are very friendly, and kind of walk around. And actually there are vendors that sell crackers that you can buy and feed the deer, and it's really cool. It's really sweet, but actually it can get kind of aggressive. I love places like this where you can just kind of like sit and relax and chill outside. This is what I'm talking about kind of like small, more local personal izakayas and stuff. Some of them have like history and reputation. Like there's one my friend goes to that all the local firefighters go there. And so basically just for generations, it's a place where firefighters go. The bartender is an ex-firefighter and things like that. And that's the reason why a place like that can exist right across the street from a very similar establishment. It's just like a local clientele and the social element about eating with people. I hope I explained that okay. Anyway, but yeah, that'd be Nara, unless there's a different one I'm hearing of. I know there's an island of rabbits and there's an island of cats, but Nara is a place where deer wander freely. You can pet them, but oh yeah, it is kind of, they can get kind of aggressive. And one time I bought like a ticket to go see a temple in Nara. I was holding it in my hand right after feeding some deer, and a deer came and ate it from me out of my hand. It's unfortunate. Creator, what? When it comes to learning about living in Japan, thank you so much. You are a legend. Thank you so much. Back, that warms my heart. This place looks so cool. Hold on. What is that? And to be able to, hey, what kind of place is that? Anyway, I'm gonna make a note of this and come back. If that's like a cool cafe or something, I will want to check it out. Cute, exciting. It gives like no information. Anyway, very exciting. And then I love little stores like this too, like tiny supermarkets. I think we're on the right track. Boone says I phrased it wrong. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let's see. Enly Rat says, how does it compare to New York City? That's a great question. I've only been to New York City 3 times. Twice, once with family, once for work, and once to visit my cousin that lives there. Let's see. I would say Japan differs. Even though that rush hour here is way too busy, and you're like way too packed in with people on the subway, it's always like a pretty clean place, without too many wild people. I don't know much about New York City. I'm sorry, I don't think I could answer that better, but I'll think about that. I'll ask my cousin in New York, and actually I have a friend here from New York that's living in Japan now, so I'll ask them. That'd be a very interesting thing to learn about. Okay, I think we're good here. Sure. Boone says yes, just asking if you know of it. Do you watch it? No, I haven't. Oh, Abroad in Japan? Yeah, no, I have. I've watched a lot of Abroad in Japan, especially before I came here. It was very informative. It's very exciting. I'm sorry it's very loud now. Anyway, I'm gonna refresh the comments. Let's see. Dova says, are there any good tattoo parlors in Osaka or Kyoto? Yeah, there are. There are a lot of good tattoo parlors in Osaka. I have some friends that work there. One that's good is called Far Plain Tattoo. The other ones, let's see, I'm spacing on the names off the top of my head. But if you come to Ame Mura in Numba, there are a lot of good tattoo parlors. And if you walk around Triangle Park, you'll find 3 tattoo parlors, which is very interesting. And I can't, vouch which are the best off the top of my head. But I will say that to become a tattoo artist in Japan, you have to go through a lot more, I guess, you have to go through a lot more like trial and tribulation than you do in America. So the quality of the tattoo artists here is probably going to be pretty solid, especially because their clientele is sparse. It's not like a very casual thing here to become a tattoo artist. But yeah, Triangle Park in Numba, there'll be a good amount of them. I'll make a video on that. That sounds interesting. Marcia says, what time is it in Japan? Right here, it is 2:41. Italo. And Italo says, how long are you going to be in Japan for, bro? This time around, I'll be here for at least 2 more months. But depending on how work goes, I might come back for a longer period of time. If all goes well, I would love to stay here right through spring, because that sounds phenomenal. Let's see. Vermina says, favorite places to go in Japan, or what's a place you love going in regularly? Let's see, to regularly. So in Japan as a whole, a favorite place that I talk about sometimes is the Izu Peninsula. Izu Peninsula is right by the ocean, just south of Tokyo, southwest of Tokyo, and it's kind of like a small fishing town atmosphere. But in the summer there, they have like for a couple weeks, they have like a nightly firework festival that's like very quaint, very friendly. It's such a small, beautiful town. It has some of the most beautiful beaches I've seen in Japan, aside from Okinawa. And the fact that it's so close to Tokyo makes it that much more accessible, which is great. This might be kind of like repetitive, this might be a fairly plain statement to make too, but I also love Mount Fuji. I've hiked Mount Fuji 3 times, from the 5th station to the top, always to see the sunrise. It's not that intrepid of a hike, but it can be like you know, just a grind. It maybe takes, I think, 16 hours altogether. You can do it in one push, or you can stay at one of the stations on the way up. The view of the sunrise from the top of Mount Fuji is always something that like captivates me and something that I find unforgettable. Let's throw in one more. One place that is like completely different. It's a nameless bar in Kyoto. Kind of, people refer to it as the dark bar because there's no lights inside of it. It's just candles. It's on the 3rd floor of this old industrial building. And I don't know exactly how to describe where it is. Just look for the Elephant Factory and it'll be close by. I hope that's helpful. Seiyan says, is food in Japan affordable? Yes, food here is way more affordable than anywhere in the States. Yakitori, which is one of my favorite meals, usually it's like $2 for a 3-piece set. So usually you go in there with a group of friends and you buy a lot more, but you can have an amazing, there's something called a 1-coin meal here. A 1-coin meal is a meal that is 500 yen. So that's less than $5. And so there are full lunches, sometimes like dinners for less than $5. And I'm saying that while also like vouching for the quality being phenomenal. Especially Osaka, this place is famous for wonderful food. I think its nickname is called Tenkano Daitokoro or something, means like the nation's kitchen. There's like a whole history about why the food here is a bit more spectacular, but I found that to be the case. I know this sounds like hyperbolic, but I don't know if I've had a bad meal here in Japan. I've had some dishes I don't like so much, but the food here is amazing for a great price. Gary says, Osaka or Kyoto, better West? That's such a good question. Oh my gosh, I like Osaka better, but it's just my favorite place in the world, so I'll always say that. They're just such different places. Kyoto is extremely traditional. You can walk some parts of Gion Kyoto and feel like you are definitely 200 years in the past. I mean, they do such an amazing job of maintaining the traditional architecture of old Kyoto, which is mind-blowing. And even things like they have rules, like if there's a convenience store there, here we go, follow the big red tower. They have like convenience stores in Kyoto and Gion too, so you can still buy, go and buy a drink, buy a snack or something like that. But the convenience stores, their buildings have to look like traditional Japanese buildings in that district also. And even like the 7-Eleven sign has to be brown and white. And the river bank there, I lived in Kyoto too when I was studying abroad at Doshishi University. They're just such different places. Osaka is much more of like a wild, chaotic, wild, delicious time with everything in the world you can do, while Kyoto is much more like traditional and just kind of like serene. I mean, not that you can't have a wild time there too, but just in a very different way. Yeah, let's see. Dova says massage, in quotes. Yeah, if a massage parlor has like an anime girl on it, I would watch out for that. I don't know, just rule of thumb, I don't know much about that. Isaiah Hale says, best places in Shinjuku. Good question. I haven't been to Shinjuku for 3 years. Best places in Shinjuku. I'm gonna go live there for a month next month, so I can give you better answers there. I have several shops in mind. I guess one club would be, I mean, this name is unforgettable. Womb, Club Womb is a fun nightclub there. Club Colors is a fun nightclub there. But my favorite place in Shinjuku is a small street right under the subway that has like a lot of like niche bars and stuff like that. It's like the street, it's a pathway, probably like barely wide enough for 2 people to pass by each other, but it's amazing. I'll remember the name at some point and get back to you all on that. Gary says, hi Wes, I'm planning on moving to Osaka as well. What, Gary? I'm excited for you, and that is a good move. Again, one of my favorite places in the world. And we're approaching Denton Town. You can tell already because there's like a bunch of anime stuff here. It looks like this is like a boba place that has like Chainsaw Man something on it. That's kind of cool. I don't know really what it is. What is this? Well, whatever it is, I think it's like, oh yeah, it's like a cafe and they have like Chainsaw Man themes or something like that. Well, that is pretty cool. Character bomb. Interesting. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Okay, yeah, no, it's a cafe. Like, so yeah, this is gonna be a town where they have a ton of anime stuff. You can recognize it by the big red and white tower. I came here yesterday, but I think it's gonna be a pretty fun place to look through all the time. Joey says, what's the best way to change USD to yen in Japan? That is a good question. Sorry. The cheapest way is definitely to order it on online and have it delivered. But a more convenient way, they have like tax-free conversion stores. Most any airport, the airports actually are a very expensive way. But in the big city, they have tax-free conversion areas. I'm sure we're gonna walk by like one of those places now, honestly, because this is a pretty consumer-heavy area, being like the pop culture center of Osaka. I'm gonna refresh the comments. I'm sorry if I missed your comment or question, by the way. Let's see. Alex says, lol, guys, we should stop asking questions. This is old life. He's replying again. Not quite. Haven't got me yet. Nene says, how much can you get a MK4 Supra? I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest, but no, I have no idea. I don't think I can even guess at that. Kristen says, hi, Wes. What's up, Kristen? You're a legend. Always a pleasure to see you here. Thanks for dropping by. Much love. Myron says, I'll be in Japan in August. Heck yeah, I love Japan in the August, honestly. My favorite thing would be like firework festivals, and they're called beer gardens, but they're just like rooftop, all you can eat and all you can drink events and festivals, which is so cool. Jason says, how often do you run into people that speak English, like at clubs? At a lot of clubs, every night there'll be someone that speaks English. At clubs, usually I'm with a group, like in a room, at a group at a table, or doing work. So I don't really run into that many random people that often in the clubs, but definitely at any club you go to, there'll be somebody traveling there that can speak English. I'm told that's getting more and more the case after the COVID restrictions have ended. But yeah, that's been the case recently. Justin says, how often? Okay, got that one. Inspector says, where's PewDiePie? That is the question. If I run into him, I'll let you all know. AFC says, hey man, I got a question. If I visit Japan with a few friends, would you meet up with fans? Yeah, that'd be so cool. Actually, I've been messaging somebody that we might meet up sometime in Osaka soon, which is very exciting, I think. So I'm gonna message them, and I'm all about that. And honestly, we should make a video about that, because that could be a whole lot of fun. This is the place, Denten Town, I came to yesterday, but it's huge, and I didn't get to cover that much, so I think I might walk around and cover a bit more. Myra says, the food in Osaka is amazing, can't wait to go to. Yeah, back, Myra, we are on the same page. I'm excited to eat every day here. I know that, like, especially when my work routine falls into place, it's so easy for me to fall into the habit of like just going to a convenience store to get a meal, or just, usually cooking from home also to save money. But right now, it's just such a waste to not go try a new restaurant or go try like a new kind of cuisine if I am so close to so many amazing things. Nathan says, how's Japan summer weather? So it's hot and humid here, without a doubt. Everything is, for me at least, like whenever I leave the shower, I'm sweaty like five minutes later. I don't really mind it, honestly. Actually, summer nights I find to be really enjoyable, just like being out in t-shirts and shorts all throughout the night in the summer air. But if you don't like the hot, humid weather, then it might be tricky for you to get around. Obviously, like any store, any establishment is going to be thoroughly air conditioned. Oh, this is kind of cool. But yeah, it's hot and humid without a doubt. Alexa says, he's an elderly Japanese, ever got mad at you? Oh, not really. Maybe. No, all the elderly Japanese people I've met have been super, super friendly. Even like friendly to the point of like talking to me for hours and trying to buy me drinks. I know that's a thing that happens though every now and then, and some Japanese people have gotten mad at me before, but usually just because they're like out of it at a bar or something. But I'm usually with pretty good friends that can set that all straight really quickly, which is nice. And even if I'm alone, like, even if I do feel like it's a super safe, friendly place, anywhere you go, they're going to be kind of like, how do I say this nicely, unfortunate people. So, you deal with it how you deal with it, but that's not been an issue for me very often. One of my elderly woman neighbors got mad at me one time for not sorting the trash out properly, but then she like kind of angrily, kind of like very helpfully like walked me through the steps of sorting it all out, which I needed to know anyway, and that was lovely. And then she brought me like a vegetable from her garden after. So I haven't had that experience, but I've heard it happens. Reek says, the one reason I don't go to Japan is that people there almost don't speak English. Yeah, no, that's true enough. Even within the big cities, it's gonna be, I will say that in Tokyo, you can always find a group of people to go out with that speak English, so you should be fine. But yeah, no, that's without the case. That's definitely the case. Mateo says, how's Tokyo? Tokyo is phenomenal. They have everything you could ever want to do. I like Osaka so much better. I think Osaka has everything you would want to do, as well as it being a bit more like warm and friendly place. It's hard to describe it, just the atmosphere like that. But famously, people in Osaka are a bit more straightforward, a bit more like, I guess, less reserved, a bit less reserved, and a bit more like, I don't know how to say it, like loud and fun-loving, I guess, which I very much enjoy. Jason says, is it hard to make a move from the States to Japan? That depends. The visa is the most difficult part, I'd say. The visa is tricky. After that, finding an apartment isn't that hard. Sorry. Oftentimes, you will have to pay a bit more if you're not a Japanese citizen. Just like pay for a guarantor or something like that. But I don't think it's difficult. Finding the visa is the most difficult. I heard sorting is pretty serious stuff there. Oh yeah, the sorting of the trash is wild seriously here. It's wild serious. So in the big city, it's not that serious. I don't know exactly why. I just don't think they can like regulate all the sorting that happens. But when I lived in a more rural place, sorting trash was a big deal. So like even taking the bottle caps off of bottles and putting them in a separate trash from the bottles, and then taking the wrapping off the bottles and then putting them into a separate trash was intense. Separating the burnables from like the recyclables, it was a mission. It was a lot for me, but I mean, I'm all for recycling, so yeah, it's good to learn. Lochiel Lloyd says, seen Yakuza? No, I don't believe so, but you know, you never really know. Not that I know of. But I hear that they don't really cause problems for civilians anyway. Killer Pharma says, have you seen any Yakuza? No, I don't believe so. But again, like, you know, how can you know? I don't think so, but again, I don't think they really cause problems for civilians anyway. But who's to know? Surfing. Cami says, where is this? This would be Denten Town, Osaka. This is kind of where I live. I just kind of like I came here because I think there's more stuff to show that people might be interested in. But I'm also going to want to buy a drink soon because I've been talking to my phone for a hot 56 minutes. But yeah, this is cool. Again, this is where all like the pop culture stuff is. I walked around a bit here yesterday. This is like an army surplus store, it looks like. That's pretty wild. I didn't expect this. I don't know if, wow. That's wild cool. Anyway, I might come back to do that, to check that out at some other time. Although I don't think there's anything I really need to get there. Killer Farmer says, are the people friendly? Yes. I think that is one of the things that first struck me about this country, is how friendly all the people are. And that is, again, something that really made me want to come back and study abroad more. A couple experiences where I was lost, I was having an issue, and a complete stranger helped me out. And one of those times, I think I made some videos on it, but one of those people, oh, hey, sorry, it looks like I lost signal the second I walked inside the store. But I think it linked with my Wi-Fi. Anyway, I'll go try to find another one. Another thing that's here are a lot of maid cafes. That's At Home Cafe. I don't know all that much about those, to be honest, but I've been to a couple. They're an enjoyable experience. And I went to a maid bar the other day too, which was very cool also. But if you do want to go to a maid cafe in Osaka, I'm sure that this would be the spot. But let's go find the next anime store and see what it's like there. You have a good narrating voice, says Joy. What? Joy, that is so kind of you to say. I appreciate that. Well, cool. I'm going to take that to heart, and that brightens my mood. JM says, hello from Tokyo. What's up? Hello, a warm hello from your friend to the southwest. I'm going to be up in Tokyo in a month. I love it up there too. I'm wild excited. I hope you're having a good time. Whether you're visiting, living there, or whatever. Carmel says, clean. It is clean, right? I feel. Kristen said, I heard. Oh yeah, sorting. I'm going to refresh the comments now. Again, sorry if like the comments are slow too. Love your live, says Sienna. Thank you. That means so much to me. I love going live. From Austin, Texas, says West. Cheers from Osaka to Texas. I have family in Texas. I love it. It's 10 p.m. here in CA, my home. Well, hello from Osaka to my home in California. That sounds about right. I guess my friends and family are going to bed. Hey, thanks for the gift. Alexis says, is it frozen for you guys too? It's pretty cold. I'm wearing about like 6 layers, I think. So I'm doing fine. And walking around and I guess like yelling at my phone for an hour is somehow warming up my... It looks like Okay, we're back. It looks like every store on this entire building, every floor is a maid cafe. So I might have to come back here and check it out at some point. I don't know, I haven't been to a maid cafe yet since I came back here. This one looks really cool though. Although that might be something a bit more wild. I'm not exactly sure. Luke, and then, all right, let's go find an anime store. I feel like there was so much to see. There is, right? Every time I'm here, I feel like there's so much to do, so much to see. And I always like say the same thing, that I feel like I could spend a whole lifetime in each kind of prefecture here. So I'm gonna have to do what I can to squeeze that all into a couple months at a time in each place. There we go, Kids Land with the Gen Gundam. This looks like we're on the right track. Vex, we lost him. Yes, I'm sorry, my service dipped out for a second, but I am back. My cell phone will die in a bit though, so I have to dip out. Oh, I am gonna go live on Twitch after this though, because sorry, I can do that from a second device. Ooh, it's getting loud. Let's see if we can dip back into another side alleyway here. But yeah, after my phone dies here, I can go on a second device, and I'm gonna be going live, basically doing the same thing on my Twitch. My Twitch is Wes Mather, same as this without the zero though. So thanks for the sorry for the shameless promotion. But that is the plan. I'm probably gonna go to Twitch and maybe go get some food or something. Cool Gamer Dude says, can you go to an anime shop? Yes, anime shop, let's find one. All right, looks like over there is our lucky spot. Let's see, Emmy says, is your Twitch in your bio? Yes, my Twitch is in my bio too, thanks, good looking out. I'll be going live there, I think in about 10 minutes, right after I dip off of here. What time is it there? It is 3:02. Alexa says, for YouTube, since you live in Japan, do you get paid in US dollars or Japanese yen? Oh, I actually don't get paid at all for YouTube. I'd like to, that'd be great. I'm gonna be working a lot more on YouTube this coming month because I'm getting a lot less busy with work, which sounds unfortunate, but this is cool, like a computer store. But it's actually gonna be great because I do plan to go do a lot more personal media production. Hey, it's me. I look tired. VOF says, I want to see Gundam and the Statue of Liberty in Odaiba. Odaiba is one of my favorite places, yeah. Odaiba is like a small little island right off of Tokyo. The cleanest, coolest looking place there. They have a giant Gundam. Jenny says, what year did Mario 64 come out? I have no idea. No, I wish I knew that. And I will say that I did read like the history of Nintendo recently, which was so cool. Oh, here we go, an anime shop. I'm gonna go in a second. So yeah, I did read the history of that, but I don't know, yeah. I have no idea. Dry Mountain says Japan equals anime. I guess, yeah, in a way. Carlos says, bro, this is my dream. Yeah, come visit, it's so much fun. Let's see. Constantine says Japan, yes. Here we are. This is what I need on my For You page, says Kushstar. Welcome, Kushstar. Appreciate you, mad love. Constantine says Japan. Yeah. Let's see. Hello from Minnesota, says Checkmark. Hello from Osaka, Japan as well. So I am going to go check out the store real quick. I'm not going to talk that much when I'm inside, just so I'm not like obnoxious. But I'll definitely look around and look at your comments to see what you guys want to see and stuff like that. Hello from Yokosuka. Hey, David, what's up? I'm glad you're there. It's 1 a.m. here in New Jersey, says Rudin. Phenomenal. Hope you're having a good time. Maya says, you okay, Wes? You sound ill. I did have a cold. Thanks for checking up on me, though. I think the temperature struck me here, too, especially because my work is out being, in the night all night. But no, I'm golden. Thanks for asking. Anyway, I'm going to be... hello from Poland. What? Says Drymon. Hello from Osaka to Poland. I always have wanted to visit there. And then Jess says, hi from Miami. What's up from Osaka to Miami? All right, you guys, here we go inside the store. Jasmine Ross says, I heard that getting around in Japan without knowing the language is pretty hard. Thoughts? I would say no, not in the city. Sorry. If you have Google Maps, you're golden. Also, any major train station should have an attendee that speaks English okay. And then Google Translate, there's so many helpful people. I can say for certain without a doubt that it is a daunting task, especially bigger train stations. And I will say that even though my Japanese is pretty okay, I would say conversationally fluent, I get lost all the time, which is not ideal. But let's go check out the store real quick. 1 a.m. in Canada. I'm not going to talk so much when I'm in here, but I'll be reading the comments. what I do for work in Japan. I do nightclub videos here. Let's see. So wow. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I do videos for events, and my sponsor is a company, an organization that runs nightclubs throughout Osaka. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I do videos for events, and my sponsor is a company, an organization that runs nightclubs throughout Osaka. I just saw a sign that said no photos, so I'm gonna take you all outside. That looks so cool though, I like that. Ooh. Anyway, that was exciting. My phone's gonna die, you guys. I'm gonna dip off and I'm gonna go get a drink, and then I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch too for about another hour, doing the same thing. If you guys want to check out my Twitch, it is linked in my bio. It is also just Wes Mather. I'll be on there in probably like 5 minutes. You guys are legends. Mad love, mad respect, and thank you for checking out my channel. And peace.